On behalf of Sahaja Bay Area, I would like to extend a warm welcome to all of you who have taken your time to join us here today. If this is your first class, please join us along. Uh, the course should be able to cover the topics that were covered yesterday as well, but in brief. And if you joined us yesterday, we are going to go further and talk about the topic of balancing today. So before we start talking, let's start with our meditation. So I would like to just briefly demonstrate where to place your hands. I will instruct you. The first place would be in your heart, your right hand on the heart, but a little bit on the left side. The second step would be on the upper abdomen area. And the third step would be your lower abdomen area where we usually wear the belt, and then back to the upper abdomen area, heart, and then your throat, your neck and shoulder area. So twist or turn your head a little bit to the side for a better grip. The next would be on your forehead, on the back of your head, and finally on top of your head. So don't worry about if you miss any of them, or if you're not sure where to place your hand. The very important thing is that this is a dialogue with our inner energy. So if you place your hands in an incorrect position, it's fine. There is no downside to it. So having said that, let's all close our eyes. Let's take some deep breaths. The idea is to bring our attention inwards. That's all the breathing does. Breathe in, hold for a few seconds, breathe out, hold for a few seconds, and then breathe in again. Do it in a very leisurely, relaxed way. Don't strain yourself. Meditation is not supposed to cause you stress, it's supposed to relax you. In the very base of our spine, where our body meets the earth, at the very base of our spine, there is a triangular bone. This bone, in Greek, it was called the sacrum bone, the root word of sacrum being sacred. Within it resides a 3.5-inch coil of energy. This energy has been variously called as the Kundalini in Sanskrit, as the Tao by the Chinese scholar Lao Tse, Ruhani in the Middle East, and by multitude of other names throughout the world. This energy is the potential energy within us. The easiest and the most effortless way to awaken this natural energy is by expressing our desire. So first, let's place our right hand on the left heart. Don't worry if you're not sure where to place your hand. So here we ask a question to this inner energy. Mother Kundalini, who am I? What is my true nature? This is a very deep and fundamental question. Mother, who am I? Now just slowly slide your right hand a little bit downwards, just below your rib cage. This is your upper abdomen area, upper part of your stomach. Here is the center, which is called as Bhavasagra or the void. Here resides the principle of mastery. So we ask another fundamental question, Mother Kundalini. The reason why we call this inner energy as mother is because, like a mother, it has the qualities of sustaining us, nourishing us, and providing us with the ability to grow and advance. So here we ask, Mother, am I my own master? If you are more comfortable, you can use the Sanskrit word and say, Mother, am I my own guru? Now let's slide the right hand even further down to the lower abdomen area on the left side. This is where we usually wear our belt. This energy potentially knows, since it's within us, potentially knows our innermost feelings and desires and aspirations. May not necessarily know the languages, but it knows our feelings. So let's express in a very sincere manner the desire, Mother Kundalini, if it's possible, can I please have the pure knowledge? This is the pure knowledge about ourselves and also the bigger knowledge about how the universe works, how the natural processes work. So we ask, Mother Kundalini, I would love to know my true nature and also about the all-pervading power. If possible, can you please give me that? Now let's place the right hand back on the upper abdomen area on the left side, upper part of the tummy. This inner energy, Mother Kundalini, is so powerful that the moment we go with that desire for pure knowledge, we can assume that it has been granted because it is the very nature of that energy. So we use the power of our own self-confidence and self-belief to strengthen the upper energy centers. So at this point, where I mentioned before as the center of our own mastery, we say, Mother Kundalini, I am my own master. Say it approximately 10 times, but the numbers are less important than the self-belief. Say, Mother, I am, in fact, my own master. Now slowly let's move our right hand on the heart. Herein resides what the philosophers and meditators of ancient times have described as the spirit or the Atma or the true self. This is our true nature, the way we were born, without the artificial knowledge we have acquired through our life. It's like a dirtied mirror. We can't see ourselves. But through the process of awakening this inner energy, we are able to clean it and see ourselves. So here again, with full confidence, we say, Mother Kundalini, I'm something more than my mind, something more than my intellect, something more than my body, something more than my past, something more than my habits, something more than what I even think I am. I am in fact the pure spirit. I am boundless and I am free. I am the pure spirit. Now let's take this right hand, slowly slide it upwards to the neck and shoulder area. Tilt your head slightly towards the right for a better grip. This center, the throat center, is where we store all the guilt, which can be a big obstacle to the progress of this inner energy. As long as you're stuck in your guilt, it's impossible to correct yourself. It's impossible to grow. So let's directly and very simply deal with it by saying, Mother Kundalini, whatever mistakes I've made in the past, I'm not guilty of them. I did it because I wasn't aware of my true nature. Now that I know, I am no more guilty. I'll work on it and I will correct it. So just say the short version, I'm not guilty, as many times as you want. The important aspect is that we don't cling on to it. Mother Kundalini, I'm not guilty for whatever I might have done. Now let's place our right hand on the forehead. Your palm should touch your forehead. Tilt your head slightly downwards. This is a very, very, very subtle energy center. The only way for this energy to pass through the center is through using our innate power of forgiveness. Whether we forgive or not, we don't do anything. But by forgiving, we free ourselves So at this point we say, Mother Kundalini, I forgive everybody, and also importantly, I forgive myself. I forgive. I forgive. Now place your right hand on the back of your head. Tilt your head upwards. Cradle your head on the palm of your hand. So here we ask this universal energy for forgiveness for any mistakes that we might have committed. It is the very nature, it is the very essence of this universal energy to forgive, but we ask for our own satisfaction. O divine energy, O universal energy, could you please forgive me for all the mistakes that I might have committed, knowingly and unknowingly. Now let's place our right hand, palm facing downwards, the palm in contact with the very crown of the head, the center of our head, not the forehead but the top of the head. Rotate your scalp 7 times with a little bit of pressure, not too much, but a little bit of pressure. 7 times in a clockwise fashion. So imagine if there was a clock on top of your head, you would be moving your palm in the direction of the clock. So while doing it, we do it very slowly, 7 times with a little bit of pressure. It's like a massage. And each time we say, Mother Kundalini, please give me my self-realization. This is the highest desire that we can have. It's the self-actualization or the self-realization or the yoga. So we request it with all the sincerity 7 times, and we say, Mother Kundalini, please give me my self-realization. Mother Kundalini, please give me my self-realization. If you did this exercise yesterday, it's also appropriate to say, please sustain my self-realization. But the words are not as important. Your feeling, your desire is what counts. After you're done 7 times, slowly bring your right hand back on your lap. The goal of meditation is to reach the state called as thoughtless awareness. This is the state of silence where the distracting thoughts don't trouble us, but instead our attention is very stable and relaxed, almost like a fighter pilot. So let's all make a request to this inner energy, Mother Kundalini. Could you please take us to the state of thoughtless awareness? May I request Satish, who is another volunteer, to please continue and teach us the topic of today, which is balancing and how to attain calmness.
Thank you so much, Karthik. You really led a wonderful meditation. Put me into silence. I'm sure everyone has experienced that. So, my name is Satish. I've been meditating or practicing these meditations for more than 20 years. And what I can very shortly say is that Sahaja Yoga is just like breathing for me. It's a part of life that we continue. We don't think about it, but we are part of it. It just happens, everything. And meditation is also something which is very spontaneous, and it's a happening, like how we have experienced it right now, which Karthik has led us into. So I'll be today leading the balancing of the left and right channels. So if we can see the chakra chart, yeah. So here we go. So what Karthik has led us today, where we put our hand on all the different chakras or the different energy centers, we awaken the energy there, and this is the energy Mother Kundalini, which awakens and passes through all of these centers here. And but where does it pass through, right? That's important question comes to us. It passes through this central channel called as Sushumna Nadi, or the central nervous system. And this is the nervous system where it takes care, it brings us into the balance, brings us into the present. There are two other nervous systems which are there, act within us. And one is the left sympathetic nervous system, which starts at the sacrum bone, Muladhara chakra, and it connects to the sixth center, and it crosses it and covers the right side of the brain. And then we have, so the left channel, which we also called as Ida Nadi, it actually takes care of our emotions, our past. It's a motherly side. And all the past, everything that is stored within us, it's all in this left channel. The right channel is the side of activity. It's the side of father. It's the side, it's denoted by sun channel. That's why it's yellow. So this is where when we do our day-to-day activity, we do action, it all happens through our right channel. So what happens is, if we go on either side of it, either too much on the past, too much in the left, or too much in the right, that creates a big imbalance between us. So that imbalance is the one which actually stops our path of the Kundalini, which is actually has to go through central, through the center, is the channel of present. So when we meditate, which what Karthik has done, led us today, what it helps us to actually come to the balance, to the center, where we experience our spirit, and where the Kundalini can then respond and pass through all these different centers. So today what we're going to do is we're going to balance our left and right for 2 or 3 minutes. So the way to do that, So balancing the left side is pretty easy. Sahaja, everything is very spontaneous and easy. That's why it's called Sahaja. Yeah. So we take our, for balancing the left side, it's very easy. We sit on the ground or you can sit on the chair. Put our left hand towards the picture of Shrimataji like this and the right hand towards the Mother Earth. We can close our eyes. Left hand towards the picture of Shrimataji and right hand towards the Mother Earth. And here we can say, Mother, please take away all the imbalances, all that is past, all that is gross from my left channel. And please let it absorb it into the Mother Earth. It's very important that when we say anything, we say it from our heart. When we say it from our heart, it works very quickly because the Kundalini responds to our spirit. Mother, please take away all the imbalances, all the negativities that are affecting my left channel. Now we can take our right hand, bring it towards the picture of Shrimataji and left hand towards the sky. And here we can say, Mother or Mother Kundalini, please take away all the imbalances, all the heat that is generated from my right channel. Please let the ether element absorb all the heat. All the planning that we do about the future, anything that takes us away from the present. Mother, please cool my right channel so that I can establish the state of calmness within me. Now we can put both our hands in the center, open like this. And here we can ask Mother Kundalini to please clear the path of our central channel wherein the Kundalini can pass effortlessly and where we can reach the state of meditation effortlessly. When our left and right channels are balanced, that's where all the thoughts that bombard from the left, from the past or from the future, they stop. And that's where we get rid of all our thinking, thought process. We just let the spirit evolve and spontaneously reach the state of meditation where we can experience this absolute calmness around us, within us. Now just let's keep our attention on top of our head for a minute while we listen to some music in the background. We can slowly open our eyes before we conclude our meditation. Thank you very much. Hopefully, you all experience something beautiful today. Thank you, Karthik, for leading us to meditation.
Thank you. Just one last piece of information, I promise. Um, we have our website sfbaymeditation.org. If we can just quickly show the resources slide, we can call it a day. So we have sfbaymeditation.org. If you have any questions, you can you can email sahajbayarea@gmail.com. We have this week is the 7 week course. Next week we have Monday to Thursday, 8 p.m. PST, daily meditation. So thank you all for joining us. We'll now close the YouTube, and then you can please feel free to stay